Should I throw you a curveball and ask you something besides your sons?
Feel free, have at it.
No, I'm going to play it straight. Just what's this week like for you? And I guess what's interestingly for your wife?
Well, for me, I'm just trying to keep it business as usual. There's nothing I can do from a family perspective about this one way or the other. It is what it is. We've known for a long time that this week and this game, this day was going to be coming, and as I've said all along, the boys have to prepare like they have to, and I have to do it like I have to, and yeah, my wife's caught in the middle. She's trying to be loyal to me and to them, and to me, she's got to be a mother first, and so I know she's going to be passionate about cheering for Ben and hoping that he plays well. It's tough middle ground place to be for her, but that's what she's trying to do. So for me, I hope we win the game, and I hope he plays great.
Does it at all help, Jay, that the fact that obviously he's not on the side of the ball that you're trying to stop? Does that help at all psychologically?
It does. I'd sure hate to be scheming against one of my own kids. So since he's on the other side of the ball, we don't have to worry about that. So that takes a little bit of anxiety out of it.
On Saturday, Jay, with Iowa in that game against North Dakota State, obviously a telling stat was that they only rushed for, I think, 34 net rushing yards. They're very power pro style team that usually runs the ball very well. Anything you can take away from the blueprint that North Dakota State kind of laid for shutting down their run game?
Well, North Dakota State is an exceptional football team. I know people that follow football realize that with all the national championships they've won consecutively and the success that they've had. Honestly, they could play in any BCS conference and fare pretty well for themselves, I think. So we have to keep that in mind. But they did a good job playing hard-nosed, tough, physical football. Held the line of scrimmage well. I will say this, Iowa had a couple offensive linemen not playing that game. Not to take anything away from North Dakota State, my expectation is that those guys will be back, and that'll allow them to maybe be a little bit more effective at running the football like they're used to. But defensively speaking, we got to do what our system allows us to do, and yeah, you always make your wrinkles and modifications game plan wise from week to week, but we certainly looked at the film and what we can take from it we'll use.
Jay, how is Ronnie James adjusting to linebacker? How quickly does he have to learn his responsibilities?
Well, he's learning on the run, as you can imagine. Last week, with the offense that we faced, in New Mexico with the triple option attack, it really and truly, the Sam backer that week wasn't a traditional linebacker. Many assignments and responsibilities change in that type of a game to where you're not really playing conventional defense, so to speak. So he really hasn't had any reps yet at playing the Sam linebacker position. That really started last night in our Sunday practice. So we're going to have to spoon feed him and work at it as we go. And he'll grasp things on the run, and we'll work at it here day by day.
One more son question. How did you and your younger son handle it when you got hired here? Did you suggest he come here? Did you let him, he's committed to Iowa, leave it be? I'm sure that was kind of a weird dynamic.
No, he had committed to Iowa prior to me deciding to take this job. Commitment was solid, it was firm, it was good. And the plan all along, if possible, was for our two boys to play together, if that could happen. And fortunately it did, and we're thankful to the University of Iowa and Coach Ferentz and the staff and for the people there that made that possible. And things work out for a reason, and they're both happy where they're at, and that's good for us.
Coach, obviously now with concussions and everything, they start to have the debate of should parents let their kids play football. When you first let your kids play football, was there ever a thought maybe you hold them out because of the violent nature of the sport?
No. That's the short answer. Those things always cross your mind. Obviously, there's a risk involved with playing the game, and you never like to see anybody get hurt. But there's a lot of ways people can get injured. Football field's just one of those ways, one of those places, and so we just try to play fundamentally sound and teach fundamentally sound, and hope that you can stay away from those kinds of problems. There are no guarantees, obviously.
Darius Hamilton said after the game the other day that his stamina is as good as it's been in a long time now that he was able to take off the green jersey. How much does it mean to that D-line to have him back to where he is right now?
Well, it means a lot. He's a tremendous football player and a really good leader. And, his quality of play these first 3 games has been very, very good. And so certainly we're better up front with him than we are without him. And we really appreciate the contributions that he's made, and look forward to a lot more of the same kind of play throughout the remainder of the year. He's said it way back when we opened up, I guess going into the Washington week, some of those questions came up. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's moving just as well as what he did before, and so in terms of just the overall quality of play, it's helped him, and it's been really good.